Hey everyone, it's Vintage Vinny, and welcome to a flea market haul. Everything I'm going to be sharing with you today came from an awesome indoor flea that I go to every now and then. So it had been quite a long time, and when I tell you quite a long time, I mean like months. I think I went to this flea market. I think I went with Scott the last time he was here, which was probably back in March. So it had been 9 months since I'd been to this place, and let me tell you, there was some stuff waiting for me. This is not even the tip of the iceberg of what I found at this place. And I can tell you, I spent I think I probably spent over maybe close to $300 there. That's how much stuff I was finding. Like I was getting junk drunk. Like my adrenaline was pumping through my body just with all the stuff that I was finding. I had to actually go and get another basket. That's how much stuff I was finding. So in no particular order, let's go ahead and check out what I was able to get. Some things have actually been sitting in this place for a while. Some things I actually remember from the last time I was there. So that just shows you that some things do sit until the right buyer comes around. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check it out, shall we? So I know I have some clock lovers. I've actually been looking for one of these Westclox Baby Bends, and I actually plan on keeping that. I can't believe it was only $2. This other clock here is Bakelite. Again, I'm probably going to hold on to this one. I am kind of starting to do a vintage clock collection myself. Bakelite, it does work. Once I'm done showing you all this stuff, I'll go ahead and shine my black light on those, because those the faces glow and the numbers glow too. So this needs to be cleaned up. As you can see, it's a Coors ashtray, I think. Thought that was neat. Never seen that before. Like I said, it just needs a good cleaning. I also found a Scotch tape tin. I know you all like those, so anytime I can get them reasonably priced, I will pick them up. So these, I think are Hazel Atlas, if I'm not mistaken, and they came in yellow, green, blue, and I think orange. This one has a small little paint chip right here, but that's not a big deal. No cracks or chips, though, like in the... Oh, well. Oh, that's just from the little bit of paint loss. But that's still cool, though. Good for Halloween. I also found some Mother Goose drinking straws. Of course, the plastic has disintegrated on these. You can still open it up and see the straws. That's amazing that that box has stayed in pretty good shape. The straws, of course, are a different story, but those are pretty cool nonetheless. I also got some Band-Aid tins. I know that people like these for the bathroom. So this one is Butterfly Closures by Johnson & Johnson. That's from 1966. The tin that I would really like to find is the one with the lady on it. There's one specific Band-Aid tin that has an image of a lady from, I think, the 50s or 60s. I would love to find that one. These ones are Health Cross sterile plastic strips. I don't think this one has a year on it. Maybe it does. Let's see. Forgive me for flipping this around so much. Nope, but it's after 1963 because of the 5-digit zip code. This is awesome. This is a Band-Aid Butterfly Closures tin. This one I do not believe has a year on it, so maybe it's a little bit earlier. But those are just phenomenal. I've had one of these before, and I've sold them. It's a chocolate Pollywogs tin from 1966. Love the old tins. They're just fun to find, and you never know what you're going to discover out there. This, I think, is a badge or something, or like a metal thing that goes on an appliance. This is Ream. I love the silver and the blue. That was a cool find. I also got a I think this is 1933. Yep, 1933 World's Fair ashtray. The metal is a little bit messed up over here, so I can't really bend that too much. So I'm going to have to put some glue on the back here to avoid it from breaking off. But great, great graphics on that. I just couldn't leave it. And then I found these two little pins. I like this one because it reminds me of a head vase. And then I found this one, this little snowman, like medallion looking piece. It does have a mark. Let's see. I know I saw writing. Oh, right here. Right there. But I can't make out what it says. If I figure it out, I will leave it right here for you all to see. So that's some pretty cool stuff to start out our video, don't you think? So here are the clocks. This one, as you can see, the numbers and the hands glow. This one, just the little dot. Oh, actually, take it back. The hands do glow on this one, too. The hands and the little dots indicating the numbers glow on that one. And this one is a Bakelite. This one right here. And you can smell it. Like, you can get that petroleum smell of Bakelite. So that's really, really cool. So this is an old Canon towel, and it's got a ship scene on it. And somebody, I guess, stitched this on here. It says, "The Peggy Ann, happy days are here again." Like I said, I think this was sold separately. Not separately. Like, this towel was sold probably in a set. And then somebody did this maybe around the time that this towel came out, so maybe 50s, 60s. Love that. I'm sure somebody out there would love to have that and maybe frame it, put it in the bathroom, something along those lines. And it is a Canon towel. Canon's been around for a long time. I almost want to say that that brand was sold at Kmart. You see a lot of it at Ollie's Bargain Outlet now because we don't have Kmart anymore. Now, funny enough, right before I actually went to this market, I had said to myself, you know, I haven't found a Playboy Playmate puzzle in a while. I bought one years ago at a flea market, or another flea market that used to be where we used to live in Germantown. And I don't know what made me think of it. I just said, you know, it's funny, I haven't found another one of those. And lo and behold, right when I walk into the second building of this place, there it was. This one I do not have. Well, I have it now, but yeah, the one that I have now is also from, it's either from 66 or 67. This one, or the one that I have downstairs, is in a yellow container, and the model for the centerfold for the Playmate was Dee Dee Lind. And this girl, I don't know who the centerfold is for this one. Does not say. It's very groovy, very 60s. But I love that. I plan on putting those out, maybe like on a shelf or something. All right, we got some more fun stuff here. The gentleman who ran this booth was actually in it, so I was just able to pay him right for this. I'm not sure. I know it's Shawnee, I think. Shawnee made these polka dot pigs in the 40s. This one's got a lot of crazing on it, but I personally do not care. I think crazing adds character to it and also gives age. I want to say that this is maybe, it's definitely not a watering can. Maybe some kind of like pitcher for juice or maybe milk or something. Love that, and usually those are a lot more expensive than $10, so I had to pick that up. And it's not cracked. Another reason why I decided to go ahead and buy it, because, like I said, it wasn't cracked anywhere. I hemmed and hawed a lot about some of the items I was buying because it had just been so long since I'd been here. It's almost like it was just stocked up for me to find all this stuff. So I hemmed and hawed about a few things. Some things I did put back because the condition was kind of rough, or more rough than I would have liked it to have been. So some things I left, like I said, but other things I was just like, oh, that's only that much? Gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have it. Oh, I can definitely sell that for more, or I want that for myself. Gotta have it, gotta have it, gotta have it. And this was the perfect example of this. We do have some hairnets in their original packaging. This is called a Tamarine Stormy Weather. I guess it was supposed to be like a hair guard or something, like a hair cap. Gotta be really careful when I remove that ticket. Definitely gonna take a hairdryer to that. So we got that. This one is very 60s. Look at that. Love the graphics on that. I also got, I think there's 4 of these ones. Yep, so we got 4 of these, the Miracle hairnets from the 50s. 50s or 60s, I want to say. This one is my favorite and actually was the most expensive of all those that you saw. So we've got the nylon Best Yet hairnet. That's definitely, that gives me 30s, 40s vibes. But it also came with the Luster hairnet. It's got little pearls and beads and such in there. So those are really, really cool. I do like to keep some of these things for myself, for my ephemera book. And then other things I like to sell to you guys. So that's really cool. Actually, I'm gonna wait and show you guys that because that bar of soap is awesome. I did manage to get some other pieces of ephemera. It was all for one money. As you can see, $1 for the stack. There were some more modern things that were in here and I didn't want that, so I went ahead and recycled those. The first thing we got is the metric manual. Let's see. This might be good for the industrial sale. I'm getting 60s vibes from that based on the graphics, but I don't think there's a year in here at all. Let's see if there is a year in here. Hold on. Don't think so. From Waterford, Connecticut. I'm gonna put the camera down for you guys. Sorry. I bought this tripod so I wouldn't be holding the camera so much. But anywho, so we got the metric manual piece I just showed you. And then we've got food freezing, the real way to carefree cooking. And this one I think was done by Frigidaire. That's what I think that F means, is Frigidaire. And this is 1958. Stated right there, 1958. I was right, Frigidaire Division, General Motors Corporation in Dayton, Ohio. Just really fun stuff there. I also found, also in this lot, is 133 Quicker Ways to Homemade with Bisquick. It was by Betty Crocker of General Mills. And this one is from 1959. Old cookbooks are so cool because you just never know what you're going to find in them. And sometimes even the recipes, you know, withstand the test of time and they're still pretty good. So we've got Food is Fun. This looks like 1949 maybe. I could be very wrong about that. But let's see. I haven't looked at any of this yet. So maybe it's on the next page. This is just like table of contents. Sorry. I'm paying more attention to what I'm looking at versus what's going on in the camera. So I'm not seeing a year on this one, but I'm definitely thinking 1949-ish. For a while there, I was buying a bunch of the old cookbooks and such, and then I don't know what happened. It just, some things come in droves, you know. One day you're buying a bunch of kitsch, one day you're buying a bunch of cooking stuff. It's just sometimes strange. But like I said, I'm getting 1949 vibes out of this, so I don't, it doesn't have an actual year in it, but that's what I'm getting at. What do you all think? Unless I can find an actual year in here, but I don't think I'm going to. You guys get the idea, though. That's definitely late 40s to me. And then we've also got Shortcut Cooking, and this is from, I'm going to guess, 1969. Oops. Vegetable Quicks. So you get the idea. And then I found this. I've actually been on the keeping my eyes peeled for Holiday Inn ashtrays. I don't know why, I just like them. I just do. This one's got the old Holiday Inn sign on it. No cracks or chips. It's octagonal. Love that. In this little box came these 4 items. We've got like a little clip, maybe for a tie. Focused? I don't think it was. And then we found this little daisy pin. And then a heart and a star. Heart Heart and Star. What do you want to call these? Hat pins. I just couldn't talk. Can't think sometimes. So let me go ahead and get this stuff out of the way so we can look at that soap. Alrighty, so this High Guard soap definitely is from the Deco period, maybe 30s, maybe pushing, maybe early 40s. But here's the bar of soap itself. It might not be easy to see. It's a little bit darker than it is showing on camera. It says the Perfect Hygiene Soap. It says the Cincinnati Soap Company, established, I think, in 1853. The box is what sold me. I mean, just look at it. You're not going to see graphics like this anymore. That is definitely going to be a keeper. I love this. Could not believe that was still sitting there. And actually, it still kind of smells good. Not going to lie. Or maybe it's just me wishing that it smells good, so I'm telling you all. I mean, you know what it reminds me of? It reminds me of that smell in a store, place that I used to play in called Kid Zone. That's what it reminds me of. So that's really cool. So this is pretty cool, and again, I apologize if there's not a lot in this segment, but it's bulkier stuff. I did get this whole thing of paper doll clothes, and then there were a couple of paper dolls in here. I believe that this is supposed to be Betty Grable, just based on the hairstyle and the face. That definitely is Betty, don't you think? So cool. Like I said, there's tons of dresses, and there's some kids items in here. Like, here's a kid paper doll. I'll probably sell some of these. Like, I may pull the kiddo ones out. Someone might want those for crafting, but I really wanted Betty Grable. I love her. That's the girl with the, whose legs were insured for $1 million during World War II. Probably sold a lot of war bonds with that. So those are really cool. So this vase was among a bunch of others that looked newer, like, 70s, like a lot of the stuff that you see out in the thrifts. I don't know what made me pick it up or look at it. I think it was just the bright color, that like really nice shade of yellow. So, it was, how much was this? It was $4. So were the other vases, and this person was just, I think, moving in. So they were setting some stuff up as I was looking. And I went in there, and I was going to put it in my basket to go pay for it. And they're like, hey, if you want to just pay for that here, why not? I'm like, sure, I'll go ahead and do that. Like I said, I think I put my black light to it, and it fluoresced like this. I mean, look at that. How beautiful is that? So I don't know if this qualifies for Vaseline glass, because it's not that highlighter yellow, but I love that. So I had to pick that up, of course. And like I said, this was mixed in with a whole bunch of other, like, modern, well, not modern, but just common glass vases that you see at the thrift stores all the time. So this one definitely, you can say, stood out from the others. I want to say Tiffin, but you know what? I'm not a glass expert. I saw it, saw that it glowed, and had to have it. Next up, we got some really good glass pieces, some tins, some dream pets, an ashtray. I mean, whole 9 yards. So this piece, I would have to say, is probably Jefferson, Dugan, Northwood, somewhere along those lines. There is a little bit of chipping on the feet, but that does not even matter at all because, the actual piece itself is not damaged. Could not believe that was only $1. Like I said, some of these deals I couldn't believe. This is made by Enesco, this red piece. Great for Valentine's Day. That'll probably be up for grabs at a sale coming up. There is the Enesco sticker. This is cool. This is and Ken goes down and the vase goes down. Thankfully, we're on carpet. This is a Kate Spade Lenox heavy-duty crystal vase. It's marked Kate Spade, New York, Lenox. probably... I'm going to have to clean this up because, as you can see, it's been sitting in a barn for a while. But I will clean that up, and I think I might be able to get about $20 for that vase. Also, right up front in one of the showcases, I found a 1961 painted-on hair Ken doll. He's got his original bathing suit and his original beach coat. Missing the sandals, but I can get those on eBay. He will probably end up going on eBay as well, or on eBay, because I'll probably get more for him there, unless somebody would be willing to make me a reasonable offer on him as is. I am going to check, because one of the outfits that I bought at an antique mall, one of the jackets had a hole in it, so I may switch it out and put it in here, but the hole's not, like, terribly big, but it is there. We'll see. I did get a Scotch tape tin, another one. I think I showed you all another one in a few segments ago. This is really cool. I have no idea who made this. I got that 50% off from this booth. The pen does glow, which I think is awesome. See, glows. Love that. And then this is a fruitcake tin, probably from the 20s. Hard to see, but you can definitely tell that that's older. Here is the bottom. It says Sunshine Fruitcake by the Loose Wiles Biscuit Company. Love, love that. I've had my eye on one of these at an antique store, or one of the shops here. It's just a little, I think it's Daisy and Buttons tin, or pitcher. I don't know why I like that, I just do. That would be a fun little item for junk jars, or for my junk jar. This, I believe, has actually been at this flea for a while. This is just a container of Get Set hair gel. And I want to say that this is probably from the 60s or the 70s. But I love it, and I love the color of it. Very beachy. Could not say no to that. And it looks like it was originally 79 cents wherever it was sold. I also got some dream pet. Well, the tiger's not a dream pet. We've got the turtle. Very 19... I'm holding the turtle by his head. Shouldn't be doing that. Turtle is very groovy. Got a happy face. I also got the donkey. Love that. And then this tiger here is not a dream pet, but it says baby tiger. And it's got a tag, forgive me, for Japan. It's probably not going to show, but that tag does say Japan on it. Oh, I didn't even need to flip it over. There it is, Japan. So I'm not sure where that's going to go. I may try eBay with that. But like I said, I'm not sure. This is an ashtray. It says, got any ideas? I did notice that it had a small little chip right there, but that doesn't really matter, at least not to me. It says Japan. I will look that up to see if that has any value to it. Otherwise, it'll come right to a sale. All right, so some more fun items that I was able to snag at this flea market. These are awesome. These are football player bookends made of ceramic. They're dated 1978, and they have the Sears and Roebuck Company stamped on the back. They look to be in really good shape. I don't see any repairs or anything. Oop, out of focus. So those are really awesome. These are really cool, too. These are like little bean pot, cauldron, relish. Well, that says relish. Mustard and ketchup condiment pieces for the table. Free of any damage. They even came with their little spoons made of plastic. Does this one have the price import sticker? Yep. So it says price import Japan. So I got those 3 pieces for a really good deal. So I love those. Anytime I can find Moon and Stars pieces for good prices, I pick them up because I know you all like them. This would be great for industrial or mid-century if you love that style, or great for fall time if you like to decorate with amber glass for fall. I did also get this really awesome lighter. This was made by Ronson. I think it's Ronson. Yep. May have to take some WD-40 because it is stuck. Usually if you take WD-40 to that, it'll clean it right up and you'll be able to get the wick to show. So I'm going to look that up because I know Ronson, some of those things can do really well. Some of them don't, but I know people collect lighters, so that's why I grabbed that. This is awesome. This is a Climbing Angels and Candle Holder set. I actually did end up going back for this one because I have a set that's complete in the box. There was only one, but I didn't really want to leave this one behind either because, you know, some people may want to have 3 candles on their table. Who knows? No judgment. But I'm amazed that these weren't broken because, I mean, there's no repairs anywhere on these that I can see. Oh, well. Is that damage right there? But you know what? That's hardly noticeable. Well, sort of. But that's okay, but it even came with the little candle holder. Made in Japan. I did not realize that that was broken. But you know what? You can touch that up with some white paint. You'd never know the difference. But I have a whole another set of these complete. This one was only the one. Like I said, would you have picked this up? I mean, I felt bad leaving it because the other set in the box was, I mean, you know, it matches the other ones. So let me know what you all think. Next up, I have these really awesome Tinkerbell placemats. If I had to guess an age, probably the 1960s. A lot of Disney stuff just isn't marked with a year for whatever reason. So I love these. Again, there are 2 of them. If you wanted to frame these, you absolutely could. Like I said, it's a set of 2. I'll more than likely... Well, I want to look those up first, see if they're going for anything. If not, I'll probably bring them to the sale on Saturday. Love those. This is awesome. This is a lawn care guide. Building and Maintaining the Amateur's Guide. I think this was by Scott's, that company that's been out for years. This is from 1955. So that's really cool. This is just a page from Cheerful Living. I wanted to put this in my ephemera book because it was something that was just so cool. I didn't want to leave it. Like I said, it's just a page from something, but like I said, the cover is just amazing. Cover and the colors. I also picked up a collectible glassware from the 40s, 50s, and 60s. You know, that way I can do a bit better of research to determine what kind of glass I'm finding. Some things I know, some things I don't know. And lens is not exactly accurate. I mean, the best thing, in my opinion, that you can do if you want to research a glass pattern is, you know, and it's reasonably priced, of course, and you just want to take it home and research it, is, you know, lens it, maybe get an idea of what the pattern could be, and then maybe look it up in the book. That's what I would best recommend doing. Okay, so I also managed to get a canister set. It's 8 pieces, 4 lids, and 4 canisters of coffee, flour, tea, and sugar. I usually have pretty good luck selling these on eBay, so that's where this is going to end up going. Bought this for myself. I don't normally pick up Steins, but this one is of a figural lady. It'd just be fun for like a root beer float or something. In one of the cases at this flea, I did notice some Yves Rocher Venice Eau de Parfum. As you can see, they were $20 a piece. I looked them up, and I think I'm going to do pretty well with those. They're brand new and sealed, never been opened. And what's nice about this is I can put quantity of 2 in my listing, so that way I don't have to list 2 different ones. I love this United pocket watch clock. Could not believe it was only $2. I don't know if it works. I think this was supposed to be like maybe a bar novelty, because there's a little bit of a chain right here, and maybe it would have had like a bell or something. I've seen these before, just never for that price. So I will be keeping that. That's going to go with all of my vintage clocks that I have. And funny enough, I've actually kind of been wanting that because I think it's really, really cool. I just couldn't find one that was affordable. Now I do have one that was reasonably priced. So these are interesting. Forgive the cords, it's making it difficult to show these. So it's plastic, and I think there might be glass glued on the part where the light is. But here, ooh, here's the sticker. It says Union Made. So it's definitely got some age to it. I want to say 60s or 70s maybe. Looks like somebody glued the, used electrical tape maybe to bind the cords together. And I'm not sure what was supposed to, or if like some kind of a shade was supposed to go here, because there's a little opening right where the socket is. I don't know if there's anybody out there who'd be interested in these. I paid that for the pair. So, yeah. And this one's got the same thing. So I don't know if these are safe to plug in. I'm afraid to do so. Maybe. I think my plan was to put these on eBay as well. I have some light fixtures on eBay right now. But like I said, we will see what happens. So here are some more of the modern items that I picked up, both for resale and for keepsakes. This was a great find here. This is a Lysol antibacterial hand soap system. This is a limited edition iStyle Holiday Collection series. And I almost want to say I think I can get about maybe $80 for this. You can see the pump is very wintry. So anytime I see these kinds of things, especially if they say limited iStyle on them, I do try to research them because sometimes they can be worth some pretty serious money. Over here is a Philips RF modulator, brand new in the packaging. I can't remember what this goes for off the top of my head, but it was worth me picking up for sure. I'm sure we're all very familiar with Maxine. She was made and created by, I think, Hallmark. She sold at Hallmark. And I can't remember the... I think this might be the guy. The illustrator was John Wagner. It was written by Bill Gray. So this is Maxine's Night Before Christmas. This is just some, I think these are greeting cards? I just think she's hilarious. She's very witty. And she's just basically the, what do you want to call her? The societal curmudgeon. Well, not really curmudgeon-y, just very witty. And I think she's great, so thought $3 for the 3 items was fair deal. I will probably look these up to see if they go for anything. We shall see. Alrighty, so moving right along. This is awesome. This is a Roastmaster thermostat, still in the box. That would be so cool for display in your kitchen, or even in like a Hoosier cabinet. I love the fact that it has the original box. Over here, we have a Boraxo powdered hand soap. It says it cleans dirty hands, and there's still some in here. Not sure how old that is, but the graphics on there are phenomenal. And over here we have Melmac Cleaner. I wonder if they still have that today. Probably not, considering the fact that we have Dawn dish soap that cleans stuff just as well. But the cool thing about this is it has 2 sides on it. It's for coffee makers and server pots and such. And then over here I got some deco frames. This one is just wooden. Picture's kind of wonky in there. I love this one. That's just so deco. Love it. Look at how cool the graphics are on this Katie polishing cloth for cleaning shoes and leather. That's definitely going to go in my ephemera book. That is just absolutely amazing. Here we have a Crosley Shelvador refrigerator booklet. This is from, I want to say this is from the 40s or the 50s. I don't know why they don't put years in some of this stuff. But again, I think this is from the 50s, 40s or 50s. I also found a Presto French fry cutter. Old kitchen utensils, I think, are great for display in your kitchen. Like to hang on a wall. I know my grandmother did that with her kitchen in the 70s. And how do I know that? Because she still had the house the same even when I came into the picture. So this is cool. This is a first aid booklet, I think from 1938, I want to say. It was published by Whitman. Yep, oh, I was wrong. 1937. Never seen that, so that was really, really cool. This book has actually been sitting there for quite a while. Some things I leave and some things I go back and get if they're still there. And this was, like I said, this had been there a while. So this is Bold Novel, Boy on a Dolphin. This was a Sophia Loren movie. These are really cool. These are just old children's books. The Scout Patrol Boys in the Frozen South. Then we've got this one, Air Service Boys Over the Enemy's Lines. So I think these are about World War II. And then this one, the graphics are just awesome. Look at that, Don Winslow and the Scorpion Stronghold. That would be so cool on like a fireplace mantle amid a bunch of other deco items, don't you think? All right, so we are getting down to the very end of this video. If you have stuck around for as long as you have, thank you very much. Greatly appreciate it. Hope you all are enjoying seeing all the really fun items I was able to pick up at this flea market. This is awesome. This is a Peggy Kellogg chocolate chip cookies tin. And what I really liked most about it was the fact, oh, these are just the ingredients here. But this was made for Sears and Roebuck Company. How cool would this be, like, above the kitchen cabinets, or just on like one of the old kitchen, well, that's not a Hoosier, but there's another kind of cabinet that they made for your dishes and such for back in the day for like the smaller kitchens. Not the corner cabinets. There's another, maybe it's Hoosier style. My brain is not working properly right now. So this is awesome. This is a Bascule aluminum pitcher. As you can see, it needs to be cleaned desperately. Hopefully a magic eraser will clean that up, no problem. Love that. This is really cool. This is Theragram vitamin formula. This would be cool in like an apothecary cabinet. That will probably be up for grabs at a sale with Katie, Vintage and Vinyl. And then I found this book from 1961. It's called His Pika Book. His name is Jim, I think? Jim or John? Made by Lowe. I guess I can open that up for you all so you can see what it looks like. Here's one of them. Fun on the beach. Jan and Jim are happy when they go to the beach. They swim and float, they toss the big beach ball about, or dig with pails and shovels in the sand. I'd like to play all day in this nice sand, says Jan, but Jim has other plans. He knows where there's a little boat and he can row up and down a shallow stream. That's what I really like to do, says Jim. But look at those graphics. So, so fun. And if I didn't say it already, this book is from 1961. So this is really awesome. This is from 1973. It's called Tuned In. It's the Mind Meshing Puzzle. I thought this would be awesome to put out at Halloween time, maybe like next to a Ouija board. And 1973 is the year that my dad and his family moved to Maryland. So it's funny to think they've been in Maryland. This year will be 51 years. Isn't that crazy? So while I found a great deal of things at this flea market, this one I was really, really happy with. Look, 5 different flower frogs, and look how much they were. It was $2 for the 5 of them. I mean, we've got this giant one here, and we've got this one. Got this one right here. Look at the little baby ones. Those are just so stinking cool. I don't think I've ever seen them this small before. I haven't seen one that big either. I just couldn't believe $2 for the 5 of those. I mean, that's a bargain and then some. Because sometimes I see them for just $5 a piece, which, you know, depending on the size of them, is a good price. Like 5 for that one's a really good deal. But I don't see the baby ones too often. So I was really, really tickled pink to find those. Just sitting out in a box waiting for me to grab them. So, folks, that is everything that I was able to pick up at the flea market. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Some of these items you will see at my live sale tomorrow, because I'm showing this video Friday night at 6 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you stay tuned. I offer a great variety of different items. And don't forget to keep checking out my videos. Subscribe if you haven't already done so. I try to put out videos maybe 2-3 times a week, just depending on how busy or tired I am. And then I do my weekly sales on Saturday at 6 p.m. Eastern, right after Miss D of The Thrill of the Thrift. So thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you all liked the stuff, and I will see you all in my next video. Have a great one.